quite a few, or not a few weeks, but it's been like quite a week. So a lot of people were concerned about where I went. So, you know, here in Kentucky, right? Mother Nature does not appreciate us for whatever reason, but we was hit with an ice storm. And it gave us on like 2 or so inches of ice. And it took down a whole bunch of trees in front of our house and stuff. And of course it knocked out the power. Now, I don't know what happened, but I had footage of me documenting a few things. Like, I was watching movies with my cousin, I was working on diecast and stuff. I had videos of that happening, but for whatever reason, they kind of like just poofed. I don't know where they went. They kind of just like disappeared. I don't really know what's going on. I looked through my folders, nothing. They weren't there. So it's like, I don't understand. I don't know where they went. But what happened was there was a whole bunch of trees that fell in front of our house. We had to go clean it up. We had the power out for 8 days. But, I mean, we didn't have it too bad because we had a generator and stuff. We didn't have Wi-Fi or anything. Now, here and there, I would get pockets of, like, service, so I could text people here and there. I tried to give a little warning on Discord because I set my status. Normally, I set my statuses as, like, you know, lyrics from songs or stuff. But this one was, I might lose power or something like that. So it was kind of a little bit of a hint to, well, me almost losing power. And a few days later, boom. Done. It was gone. So I got a few pictures I want to share with what happened. So the first one you see right now, it's like, I'm sorry that it's vertical. It's portrait. It's not landscape because that's just how I took the picture. So you can kind of see right here, you got the road and you got some trees kind of falling over. It's almost making a roof. So we had at least like 15 trees down on this one road. And we walked up the road and stuff. I got a few pictures of that, but not a lot. So, yeah, we had those, and we had some video of, like, people, you know, trying to help. And they were, like, pulling down trees with their, not ATVs, but with their, you know, they was pulling down trees and stuff with their, just side-by-sides, or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, that kind of happened, so that's interesting. That was pretty fun, honestly. I'm surprised like we didn't go in the creek. We got footage of that too. I'm currently trying to find it. Oh, here we go. So we got those pictures, or not pictures, we got this video here. My cousin took those. We're not going to show that right now, but we will show that here in a little bit. Oh, I don't need the... I'm literally on Power Director, like I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so again, the first picture, you can see the road and stuff. It was pretty covered, so that's pretty unfortunate, but that's just how it went. In the second picture here, you can see a tree across the road. The little doggo there, that is Poncho. That's one of the dogs we have. So he's right there as well. You know, that's just kind of more pictures. Now, this night was the night of. This is the night where trees were still falling and stuff like that. So we'll kind of get into more of that here in just a little bit. But how it happened, or how it all started out, was we got a advisory for, you know, ice, like an ice storm. We knew it was coming, but we didn't know how bad. Now, the last time we got a bad ice storm was in 2009. Of course, it being 2021, that was a while ago. And we had a pretty bad ice storm. Again, it took down a bunch of trees, as you guys can see. Now, mind you, the road was straight ice. There was no road. It was just solid ice. And we had side-by-sides. If you don't know what that is, it's like it's kind of like a Jeep looking thing. It's like a dune buggy and a Jeep mix, but like it's like off-road. So we had those, and we was pulling down trees. Well, we wasn't, but one of our neighbors was. And you would think the rubber would eat into that ice and, you know, break it up a little bit at least. No, not at all. It was solid ice. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Again, we got that picture there. You may be wondering why there's like a circle of light. That's a flashlight. I mean, that was probably obvious, but it was just, I don't know, I figured I would just address that. So we got that right there, pretty wild. And then we got the third picture right here, which is just a whole bunch of trees falling down. It was literally like a jungle. Like we crawled through it, and we got video of that here in a minute. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of trees right there. Very, very weird. I wasn't scared or anything, but the trees were falling like crazy. We just heard eventually they were all crashing and falling down. Then, you know, the power went out, and we didn't have that for like 8 days, as I said. So yeah, it's pretty wild. We're going to show the first video right here. As you can see, we are kind of walking around, or we're going to be walking around. I'll shut up and show you the audio, and we'll kind of talk about what happened. So here we go. Trees. Oh, look, it hit his fence. See that?
Yeah. Down it up.
Up where? Over here?
Down a little bit. Wow.
Trees all across the road.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. Look at this. This is like a freaking. It did hit his fence, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Covered the entire road and everything.
Wow.
So that first video right there was me and my cousin. We was kind of like, I don't know what gave us the guts to literally go onto the road as trees were still falling, going to crawl through all the trees. Now looking at that was a dumb idea, but I mean, we were fine, nothing happened. So as you can see, it fell on our neighbor's fence, which is pretty unfortunate. I didn't see the damage afterward. I think that tree's still there. But we had a whole bunch of trees down, and nobody could get in or out of the holler. If you don't know what a holler is, it's like a little, it's like a road off of a main road covered by trees or hills. That's what that is. So yeah, with it being country in Kentucky, that's what we have, and that's what we live down. So that was the road. Yeah, pretty weird stuff. And the next day we went walking, because normally me and my cousin we'll do like workouts and stuff, and we'll go walk our road. So with it being, you know, an interesting event in history down here, we decided to walk the road. So I got a few pictures. I got like 2 photography pictures. I didn't really take a lot of photography. Now I'm not really into, well, actually no, that's a lie. I am into photography, but I didn't really take the opportunity for some reason to take any good photos. You can see right here we got a little plant, or like a tree with ice covered in it, or covered in ice. So we have that right there. It's a decent picture, nothing crazy, but I did have that as well. This one right here, it is a picture of the road we was walking down. This one's actually really pretty. You can see the trees, and you can see where there are tire marks, which is where people have went through there. So yeah, that's kind of the road we walked down. Very, very cool. It's got a lot of wilderness and stuff. There's another picture right there of a branch covered in ice. Again, nothing crazy. I didn't really take the opportunity to take a lot of pictures, but I did take some. And you can see right here, there is a tree down beside a house. Now, you can't see the house, but there was like some old man that lives there. And I think it was like his grandson or something. I know him from school. So yeah, we got that picture right there. You can see the trees down. You can see all the roots right there. Pretty awesome. Now, this part is probably copyrighted, but I am a comedic genius, and we was walking down the road, and it was covered in ice, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let's get some Vanilla Ice in here and play Ice Ice Baby. So that's literally what we did. So I'm going to play that, and if it's copyrighted, I'll re-edit and show that it was copyrighted. So yeah, there's this.
I'm trying to get away before the jackers jack. Police on the scene, you know what I mean? They passed me up, confronted all the dope fiends. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was that. So this is the day after. Well, yeah, it's the day after. So we have a neighbor who has a side-by-side. Take a look at this. This is actually pretty crazy. We hooked up a chain to the trees after we started, you know, chopping them down and stuff, clearing the rubble from the road. So we took a chain to the back of the side-by-side and hooked it to the tree. Now, this guy rides up and down the road all the time, so he knows what he's doing. And yeah, check this out. He kind of pulled the trees down for us, and it was actually pretty neat, so take a look at this.
Jesus.
Yes, sir. So right there we was, you know, pulling down the trees and stuff. So basically all of that was we just kind of clearing the rubble and stuff again. So we actually had a lot of people. There was like 6 people out there helping us clear a bunch of neighbors helping us clear the trees and stuff. Now there was another tree that I don't think I got on camera. I don't think it was sent to me, but it was a huge tree. I mean, it was down like right at the beginning of the road, and it landed onto a house. It didn't destroy the house, but it did take a pretty good chunk out of the siding of the roof. As far as I know, everybody's okay. The animals are fine. So yeah, there's that. And I do apologize for, you know, being gone. But I mean, hey, good thing that came out of this. We still got mail. So we got some die-cast that came in. But yeah, very grateful to be alive after all of that. It was crazy because like every 5 or so minutes we would hear trees popping. Like low-key, I almost went outside and just sat and listened to all the trees popping and falling and stuff like that. It was actually kind of nice, but I mean, of course, it was dangerous, but it was really nice. We got an electric pole by my papa's house. He had a tree fall on that, and we had to pick it up and put it back to the pole. And how we did that, we took a shovel and we took a I don't really know what it's called, but it's like a chain that kind of wraps around something, and it's like a crank. It kind of has a crank on it, and it kind of pulls something together. So we used that. We had a help from a neighbor that kind of got up underneath that. We kind of straightened it up and twisted it a little bit back into position. So either way, it was still pretty wild. I mean, we had a very fun but scary experience. I wasn't worried about anything because I knew we had just a few trees on the house. But it is still scary because when you're in, you know, the middle of nowhere, basically, you have trees everywhere. The entire road is lined with trees on either side. So now we have trees that are just on the side of the road that are cut up. But, I mean, still, they're out of the way, of course. So it took 8 days to get the power back. Again, everybody was fine as far as I know. Nobody was injured or anything. So very grateful to have that. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been. So with that being said, we're going to kick off this week pretty heavy. We're going to get back to normal schedule, meaning, 2 videos a day, 3 and 5 o'clock. It is Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. So you'll be seeing this later on today. It's like 7 in the morning. You'll be seeing this later on today. We'll do a diecast haul on Monday and a diecast review on Monday as well. So stay tuned for that. But that's what happened. So yeah, pretty interesting. That's why I was gone. I hate to, be offline for that amount of time. But I mean, I couldn't do anything about it. So with that being said, that's going to be all for this video. So that was kind of the update of what happened. So yeah, also, actually no, before I go, do you know how hard it is to ship things from your house to other people from eBay, trying to print off labels with no power? Do you know how hard that is? I'm sorry, I had to get that out because you guys know I run Bottom Bag Diecast, a custom diecast service on eBay. I will sell just normal diecast too, like loose authentics. So, excuse me, we had to basically pack, ship, and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty wild, but again, that's going to be all. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will be back this week, kicking it like no other. So thank you all for the concerns, thank you all for checking in, but I will see you all in the next video. Upside down.